for 24 minutes before my kids come in and say goodnight to me.
Yes.
Cool. I would say, does everybody remember where we left off? But where we left off doesn't really count for fuck off. Because it didn't happen. I don't know what you talked about. It was never a thing. I wasn't being a lazy DM and just decided I can't figure out a way to make this make sense, so here's a fight. That never happened at all.
Are we still keeping everything up to the fight? Because we talked a
Meaning
lot about
that
our
it's been
backstories.
a period of time and what you've been doing in the meantime since.
Yes.
A year.
Yes.
A year passed. A year passed. It was a
Yeah,
year.
a year has still passed since everything went tits up. And you've still done the things that you said you were doing in the meantime. But
how about
after that point where you said, this is what I'm doing, this is where I am, this is what I've been up to, yada, yada, yada. Everything after that never happened.
So all the stuff about the flyers.
Give it a couple more months, it will literally be a year since the IRL, and we don't have to pretend it's been a year since it all happened.
So all the stuff about the flyers and the performance, that never happened. The tavern
never happened.
Okay.
No, that didn't happen anymore.
I will cross that out.
We could say it was a dream that Benni had when he was unconscious.
Nice.
And he wasn't thinking about any of that shit. He was thinking about disgusting sexual acts that he would like to perform on anybody with tits, dick, or a pulse.
Any hole's a goal for Benni.
Those are his 3 specific requirements: tits, a dick, or a pulse.
The pulse is optional, or a pulse. You know, the pulse is optional.
Yeah, they have to have tits and a dick, or a pulse. Like that, basically, they have to be chicks with dicks, or they have to be alive. So that's his preference, and as long as they're alive, he'll do it.
As long as they're one of the 3.
Oh, they're still warm.
He's probably got spells he can use to warm them up.
Pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Cool. So, right, you will find yourselves all in your various locales doing the things that you've been doing and the stuff that you were doing, the things that you're up to. At some point throughout the day or the week or however long it's going to take for you to act upon it, you will all receive... Does that pop up?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, not E again. Hey guys, long time no speak. I need some help in Kaarstag. Come quick, going dark, look for me from E. Wow.
Oh, this... Do we even remember who E is?
Yeah, Esmeralda. Last time, and she was a massive bitch.
I mean, she was the BBG. She set all the shit off. Why the fuck would we go help her?
She did have an incredible rack, though, Beyond.
I mean,
let's not act too hastily, Beyond. just you know, it might be worth at least checking it out one more time.
I mean, you're inferring from the note that it is Esmeralda because that is how she signed the note from her last time. So, if that's what you infer, all you know for now is you have a note from somebody and it is signed E.
Did we receive the note through usual channels, mysterious ways, or other potential randomness?
So, Benni will have found it in a tip bowl. After a performance, just slipped in there. Beyond will have had his handed to him by an old acquaintance whose name I have written down here somewhere.
Research?
God, notes.
Nick Shadowborn, I believe, was Beyond's dodgy mate in a previous session.
I remember that.
Don't remember the context. I just had it written down, so now it's the thing.
Wasn't he like an agent or something?
It was the person who we've got more information about the heist from.
Yep.
And he is a dodgy individual. So, yeah, he has come across or been passed this note. and he has handed it to you surreptitiously. I'm guessing because you guys were still in. Well, you were moving from place to place, but you will have ended up back in Thespis at some point. And whilst there, he will have flagged you down from a furtive alleyway and gone, I was told to give you this, and then he'll flit away into the shadows like he's wont to do. Imril will have probably, I want to say, given what she's been up to, just been handed it by somebody she doesn't know. Just a random messenger delivery person would walk up and go, this is for you, and walk away, because that would probably be extraordinarily convincing, but also quite intriguing.
Yeah.
And he would probably want to know what that was all about. And Lyrindel will just find it in a stack of, like, papers for the day that get dumped on his desk whilst he's doing his bits and pieces. And he's just there, he's sat at his desk. He's got an in tray and an out tray of things he's doing with like research papers and stuff. Because he said he was spending a lot of time back in his little wizard's tower.
Yes.
And it'll just be somebody slipped it in there.
That's what she said.
In the writing, it says, "Hey guys," but it will be on like paper addressed to you all on the outside. So it is specifically one labeled Benni, one labeled Beyond, and so on, so that you know that they are for you. It's not just a random note that's appeared.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, Benni would only realise it's no after he's tried to spell it, spend it. In the tip jar. He didn't even read it.
He hands it to somebody, and the guy is like, "Oh, he's this," and gives it back and throws it back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on there other than look for me. There's no.
That is literally all the note says. Nothing specific. No further information. Just a hastily scrawled note, and that is all it says. So it's signed E. But there is like a smudge of ink next to it, as though somebody was going to continue writing more of a name, but obviously didn't get a chance for whatever reason, and has had to just leave it at that. I mean, somehow then send these things out unfinished, but will hand wave how hastily written notes get passed around because, fantasy folklore and stuff.
I think Imril, on receiving it, would be like trying to see if there was hidden messages. Was there invisible ink? Is there any hidden cant in the scroll? That kind of thing. And I take it there's none of that.
There wouldn't be, no. I mean, I could pretend and make you roll, but no, there's nothing else on there. That is all that is contained within said note.
Interesting. Quick question. I don't remember Kaarstag.
No, it's just a new town, village name, random location in one of the places. I'm trying to remember what I labelled every year, because we had Thespis, Battlespire, Aethernia is the thing. Aethernia was the other capital. What were the other two? I've got them written down somewhere, but I can't remember, and I don't actually have a world map. So, for all intents and purposes, we will say that this is in... What did I call the Warlocky place? Not that there's anything there, but it's just a setting that's further. It's not Battlefire or Aethernia.
Hang on, let me...
I thought Thespis was.
No, Thespis is rogues.
Bards and rogues. It's like your theatre districts is Thespis. Thespis like thespian, like sort of performers and stuff.
Let me have a look.
I cannot remember my own lore.
Yeah, you can. No.
I very much can. And I don't know where I've written it down.
I have something here. The Everwoods.
That's your druids and your rangers.
Calibrite
was clerics and paladins.
Aethernia is sorcerers and wizards. Battlespire. Then there's Thespis, Industrious. And then Aethernia and Battlespire. There's nothing about specific warlocks.
Cool, right. So I didn't give them a specific home, I don't think, because I was struggling to say where they'd fit in. I'm trying to think about the setting of where we are. I'm going to say that that'll fit in most prevalently in.
I'm sure you said Thespis because it was a bit more dark and shady.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
a bit
I couldn't
more.
figure out where
Oh,
to
it does.
place them.
Yeah.
It
so I
does.
put them in
It does
Thespis.
say a very vaudeville-esque nation, the entertainment capital, home to the best bards ever known, but with a seedy criminal underbelly of rogues and warlocks.
Cool, right. I did put them there. That makes sense.
Do you want me to post this in the chat, or do you have it somewhere?
Yeah, or just send it to me because I know I've got it written down somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Anyway, right, we are getting too far off track. We're going to say for all intents and purposes, this is going to be in the Everwood because of the locale setting as to where we've got it. So Imril's neck of the woods.
Woohoo! I know where I'm going. It's a ranger thing. Yay!
Mostly because the map that I've stolen has bushes and stuff on it, and
Nice.
like they wouldn't fit in the middle of a seedy undertown.
Well, bushes might, but not those kind of bushes.
Well, yeah. Depends what the current culture is. Anyway, cool. So, yeah, I think then, well, for now, Benni and Beyond, obviously, they're together. They've had their letter.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrandel's still on his own in Aethernia with his letter. And you're in Thespis. I'm not sure we settled on where Benni and Beyond were specifically. But it doesn't really matter. And Imril's received hers in Thespis. Obviously, Imril, she will know of Kaarstag because it's she'd remember it as like a small. I mean, they like to call themselves a town, but they're more like a village.
Yeah.
It's a few shops, few houses. Just like a small settlement of people that live there. Not too far from where she grew up, but also not like right on the doorstep. So it's like it's a good few hours travel away from where she grew up.
She probably wouldn't have been there because she lived in like the deep forest and didn't really venture out too much to start with, but aware.
She'll know of it,
Yeah.
but like maybe her village did some trade there or whatever, but she'll have heard of it and it'll be familiar enough to her that she will know where she's going.
Cool.
I'm going to say for us, Benni will ask Beyond. So, after we've helped another little town or village and woken up after our celebration, so where next, Beyond? Where are we going to save and where are we going to rock out next? And then Beyond will say,
I mean,
A man, a few words.
we've got a few places we could go to. I've heard there's some good parties to be had in a few different places.
choose the place. You lead the way, Beyond, and I will slowly follow.
Have you when we first met up with, when everything went to shit and we met up with a load of guys and everyone had the letter from E?
You mean like just before I died? Yeah, it kind of sticks in the mind, brother. Yeah, I remember dying.
And then 2 weeks later, you were not dead.
Yeah.
And everything was over.
A wild ride. Yeah, I remember that pretty vividly.
Did you get a note from E?
Then, back in the day, yeah, I remember getting a note back in the day.
Have you had any since?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh. Maybe it's just a coincidence then that I've got one.
Oh, let me see.
Hand it over.
Oh. Don't try to spend that, Beyond. They won't take that as money.
What? Why would I? It's a note. It's not money.
It was in the tip jar. I tried spending it. I must have had a letter. I didn't know what it was. I didn't look at it. I just tried to spend it.
I mean, it says go to Kaarstag. It's not that far from here.
I imagine there's shit going down. Let's go save the day, make some money, and see where the nightlife takes us.
Yeah. Oh, Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll get it arranged. We'll head that way.
Yeah. I'll go get a drink. Tell me when we're ready to set off.
Okay. I don't want one. I'll be fine, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm all right.
Yeah. I mean, part of me feels like as soon as he said he was going to get a drink, he'd already turned his back and started walking away.
I would have still said that as you.
Yeah. Be on quietly under his breath. I don't want one. I'm all right. So. Oh God, it's a fantastic but also god awful dynamic.
Yeah, Benny's worse than everybody, and he doesn't know it.
I think he does deep down know, he just doesn't give a shit.
He cares in his own way.
So,
You're typical lead singer.
head to Kaarstag.
Cool. As the only two members of the party that are actually with each other, that's about all the RP we can do until we get there, I assume. So, choo-choo.
All aboard.
All aboard the travel train. And I will move you all over to the map. When it decides it wants to go. There we go. Cool. Welcome to Kaarstag. This is just the bit of the village that you can see because it's the only bit that's relevant. There is more village elsewhere, and it's bigger than it appears to be just on the screen.
That's what Benny says.
But obviously, I'm not doing a fully fleshed out town with 87 different buildings in it. Not this time. Maybe for the IRL.
And there's 1,001 different NPCs for us to talk to here.
There will be. Maybe for the IRL, it'll be a full fleshed out town with 30 or 40 different buildings, and everyone will have named inhabitants. They'll all have their own voices.
An accent more exotic than the last.
They'll get slightly more racist as I move along because I run out of things that aren't just stereotypically offensive.
So about 30, 29 of the 30 people will be Scottish.
About 6, because there'll be, if there's 40 people, there'll be about 10 Scottish people, 10 French people, 10 Cockneys, and 10 Scousers.
Tell where Graves will at least lie.
There might be a few Irish, a couple of Manx.
I mean,
basically whatever I can get out.
That's very impressive.
A Jamaican. I want one Jamaican.
Yeah, I could throw that in there, I guess. And at least 3 Kermits. Gotta start working on more accents and impressions for this sort of shit. One day I'll have a whole litany and it'll completely surprise you. You're like, what's he sound like? And it's Tigger from Winnie the Pooh or
Amazing.
Eeyore's easy. I just have to sound like Ali, depressed and sad.
I'm not that bad.
You just told us you're on dopamine patches. So sad you're medicated. Anyway, off topic. Right. Back to D&D. Cool. So I will allow you guys to decide amongst yourselves whether you turn up separately, roughly at the same time, and bump each other on the way in. If you want to appear just sort of individually and have a scout around stuff first, feel free to peruse at your leisure. There are map pins on all the buildings, which if you click should link you to a handout that will give you a description of them.
Not visible.
Why not visible?
I'm sure there's a visibility toggle on them.
Oh, yeah, there is. There you go.
Okay, that's it.
I've got one.
Are you all on the blacksmiths by any chance?
I've got 3.
I see one there. I see one here.
I didn't realise they were hidden.
I think they do by default.
By default, just in case you do it by accident.
Yeah.
See, I thought I had to click hidden to hide them.
No.
And that they would just generally be available. There you go. Right, they should all be visible now. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little red diamonds.
Yeah.
And if you zoom in on the diamonds, they all have icons that are sort of indicative of what's there.
It's so good, I could cry.
Oh my god. I love the sheriff's name.
My favourite name was the one that I gave to the guy that owns the smithy, Wes Smithson, instead of Smith and Wesson.
Amazing.
Oh, I love that.
Names are not important. Names are not important to Benny. I'm not going to read them.
No, that's fine. No, but I mean, if Scott wants some flavour on the locales,
Oh yeah.
it's there for you.
Love it, love it.
Dodgy barkeep. Oh, sorry, bed and breakfast.
Oh, look at this! It's beautiful.
Where are we headed to
I'm
first?
to wake up and be a real DM again.
It's can I just say it's a lovely bit of quality of life stuff from Roll20 as well.
Oh yeah, those map pins are awesome. It's like,
Yes.
okay, rather than me have to give you a description of everything, here's a map pin. I've typed about 4 sentences. That's your generic explanation of to what's there.
What I'm looking into as well is you can attach those to other things and then have it roll dice as well. So potentially you could put a map pin on a loot and have it roll like
A loot table
Or
and tell
on
you
a-
what's there.
or on a trap. So you could have a trap that fires automatically, and then there's ways of being able to put VFX on it. See, I told you, I'm back and excited by this shit again.
Yeah. I mean, I quite enjoyed building those things earlier on. Oh, hang on.
Scott, you seem to be enjoying yourself far too much or going to sleep. It's one of the two.
Not enjoying myself too much. I'm going to sleep.
He's had too many gummies.
There we go.
Lovely stuff.
Cool. So, decide amongst yourselves where you want to be, whether you want to be there with each other or separate.
I assume the bar was probably where we would be or heading to.
D&D
Makes
logic
sense.
101, innit? It's like we reach a town, we don't know anybody, first place to go, pub.
I have just realised that I do feel like we might be like an impersonation of the New Age Outlaws with the road dog. You like the roadie of the band, and Mr. Ass. I think that does deal. I think that does actually. It's quite good for us actually.
I do not know that reference.
Wrestling. It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Generation X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Road Dog Jesse James and the Famouser, whose name I can never actually remember.
Billy Gunn. He's like
Gunn.
40.
Say it,
40
Billy
is he
Gunn.
like
I can remember his
48
name.
wrestling?
I remember his movie's called The Famouser, and he just basically
Yeah.
sits on your head in midair and slams your face into the floor.
But yeah.
I mean,
wow.
that sounded like a oh no, that did sound like a bad time.
So he essentially would just like kick somebody in the groin and then jump up and slam their face into the floor with his ass.
Yes, I remember it now.
Yeah, I mean, the band name might have to be the New Age Outlaws at some point.
You can add it to your list of 8 million.
We'll be at the bar.
Cool. So Imril has gone to the pond, which I almost gave a name. I was hovering over the pond earlier. I was like, should I give it a name? Is anyone just going to go and investigate a pond? Like, no, nobody's going to. Like, should I give the pond some flavour? And I was like, no, nobody will go to the pond. Cat's immediately gone to the pond.
I'm a
I can give
fucking
you- I can give you now.
ranger.
Well, I figured, right? Angela's not here anymore. No one's going to the immediate first water source.
It's what she would have wanted.
It
That's what
is,
you would have
literally
wanted.
any map that had water on, it's like, Greg's going to go sit in that pond. It's
No.
every time.
I'd a map in a desert and she swam through the sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It made no
I'm going to
difference
go
if
for a
there was water
swim.
there
You're
or
in a
not.
desert. I'll swim in the sand.
So-
Okay. Okay, fine.
So it's now going to be Greg's pond.
Cool. Yeah, it can be
Greg's
called Greg's Pond now. Yeah. It's about 4 inches deep, but somehow people still swim in it.
Looks like a boot print.
So about 4 inches deep. So about like that. Is that right, guys? Yeah.
Just about.
Bigger, please.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Do you not like my 4-inch hammer?
You know me, I'm no good with measurements.
I have a 4-inch guitar.
Thanks for
And
the
I
visual.
just recently got my arm measured, and apparently that's about 4 inches as well. In diameter.
Wow.
I didn't actually get my arm measured. Anyway,
Anyway.
on track because we're getting very distracted.
Yeah.
Cool. So I've got, from the looks of things, 3 of you going to the pub and 1 person going to a pond.
I mean, I think I probably would have got there. I'm quite familiar with the area, so I just want to check in with the nature bits to make sure everything's fine.
That makes sense. You'll be speaking to trees and bushes and stuff. Got you.
Right. Especially after like the troubles, just making sure that things here are the same that they always are. But yeah, then I'll probably head where there's the most people, now that I'm used to tracking people as well.
Well, that is something that you will notice when you arrive, is that the village is largely appears basically untouched by any trouble. All the foliage is verdant and green and lush. But like on your journeys, irrespectively of one another, when you've been making your way into the village and across the land, obviously on your way you will have come across, things that aren't quite so nice anymore. Villages that have been burnt down, villages that are completely derelict and filled with bodies and stuff. Stuff that's just on fire, land that's dead, decrepit, but sort of interspersed in parcels, not like big swathes of dead land. It's almost like things are slowly sort of encroaching, but they've not quite started to take over completely yet. But the land doesn't look fantastic in a lot of places, but you get here and it is just really, really nice. Everything looks great. Everything looks well cared for. Everything looks well kept. It seems like a lovely little place.
So the troubles, the incident,
The
cataclysm, the effects of that are still ongoing. Are they escalating across the land, or are things just like continuously awful for some places?
If Imral's been looking into it, paying attention and trying to keep track of it all, she will know that for the moment there are small incursions and attacks here or there. Like it almost feels like the things that have invaded since they got testing the waters and getting a feel for the place, trying to sort of amass resources. So there's little sort of guerrilla warfare hits on places that are quite affluent. So if you've got a village that's next to a steel mine, it's getting hit. Not a steel mine because you don't mine steel, obviously.
It's fancy.
You know what I mean?
You might do.
An iron mine, whatever, somewhere that they'd mine valuable minerals, and places that have like big farms with lots of animals and crops and stuff. Places like that are getting hit, and a lot of the valuable resources are getting taken, but the people are being largely left alone. Almost like they're like, okay, well, they're coming in to take all your stuff, and then they're essentially just going to use them as like a raid base. Every time they replenish, they're going to come and steal more shit. Is the sort of feel that she would get from places. And then there's other ones in places where anyone for miles around is just getting eradicated and wiped out.
So
like somebody trying to establish a foothold, like a little pocket kingdom of their own. Has anybody ever played a game sort of like Clash of Clans or anything like that, where it's like somebody builds a big base and then they'll build a load of farms around the base and then they take out anyone that's within threat range? That sort of a thing is what you get a feel for, is what's going on.
Cool.
Sorry, I heard some banging. I'm not sure what it was. I think it might have been my boiler. Or it might have been somebody upstairs.
I'm tapping my pen, so I don't know if a phone would have picked that up.
No, it was a loud bang. It might have been the kids. I wonder if Kelly's actually taken them up without saying goodnight. She may have done. But I joked that they couldn't come and see me. Sorry, that completely distracted me and I lost my place. Right, yeah, cool. Those sort of tactics, for anyone that's playing any of those sort of like civilization building game sort of things, just as sort of it's the only way I can equate it in my head as to how to describe what it is that they're doing.
Um,
But that's what you'll have discovered is what's going on. Whereas I feel like obviously Benny and Beyond a more monster of the week. He just killing
Yeah.
shit because it's fun and it's profitable.
and so this place looks virtually untouched. Is that unusual?
I mean, in your journey here, it seems relatively unusual because a lot of places on the way seem to have been hit in one way or another. And there was a lot of towns that you'd have passed through on your journey. But I mean, from Thespis to where you are now, I'm going to say it would have been a fair few days worth of travel for you to get from A to B. And during that time traveling, obviously you'll have come across villages you'd have stayed in for the night and so on. And there'd have been talks of, within the area, certainly, at least some sightings and things happening.
Cool. Thank you. I'm just writing up my notes.
So, do we start with Imbril by the pond, or do we go to the three of you in the bar?
If you want to move on to the three at the bar, because I'm just typing up a lot of what you've just said, because I am making notes.
Cool. Well, I waffled a lot of bollocks, so I'll leave you alone to write that up while I speak to the other three. So are you arriving, the three of you, at the same time, or do one of you or the two of you want to be there already when the others arrive? It makes no difference whatsoever. Basically, it's Benny and Beyond sat together and Lyrindel comes in and approaches them, or is he on his own and they come in and approach him, or do you literally bump into each other at the door?
Yeah, either way, Benny would not really notice that he travelled with him before. Like we did in the last session, it was Beyond who
Yeah, fair point, because you barely knew it.
takes names and numbers. So if we was in there, Benny would be there just tuning his loot whilst having a drink, chatting to Beyond. I imagine is what we would be doing when we first get there.
I would imagine that Benny would be chatting up Thatcher, the tiefling bar, like the tiefling tavern owner.
Not straight away. Not straight away.
I mean, you say Thatcher. It's not Margaret Thatcher, is it?
No, his name is Thatcher.
Just checking.
One name, that's it, just Thatcher. Named after the fact that every house in this village has a thatched roof.
Oh, love that. See, depth.
Yeah.
Depth, Graham. Love it.
Yeah. Literally, I stole this map from the internet. I went, right, what can I call it? I'll call it Thatcher's Rest because these are all thatched roofs. His name could be Thatcher, and it's an inn with beds.
Oh, I love it.
And that's how my brain works. Anyway, so Benny's tuning his lute, having a drink, talking to Beyond. Lyrindel, I will assume, then walks in.
Yeah.
Do you need a description of the inside of the tavern? Do you want to know what's around, or are you just happy to have generic inside of tavern as a description of the inside of a tavern?
That does it for me.
Yeah, there's a few people chat about drinking. It's a tavern.
Yeah, it's one of them. I'd go and see if there's anyone I recognise. I'd see Beyond. I'd use message to send him a message and just say, "Still play with that deck. Not got solo yet. Just make my way to the bar."
Did you hear that, Benny?
Sorry, I'm busy tuning my loo. What? Hear what?
Look around to scan.
No,
is
come
it
on.
Busy? Are we middle of the day? Approaching evening? Is it getting busier? That?
I would say you've probably arrived mid-afternoon, so think about your typical Weatherspoons at 4:00 on a Tuesday. Like there's your regulars in that are always in with their drowning their sorrows, but it's not busy. It's not kicking off yet.
That's easy to spot.
Yeah, you'd be easy enough to spot, and you'd certainly stand out in this village because you guys would be dressed to fight and all perform, and a bit of vice versa. And also, I mean, I don't think we've ever spoken about the racial build-up of the land. Like, there's bits of everybody everywhere, but I wouldn't think satyrs would be very common. So I think a goat man walking in would probably be you know, like you'd notice a goat person sort of sitting around.
Unless he's wearing trousers.
He's still got horns, and he's not a tiefling.
Yeah, but the teeth, yeah. But no, so come on, Bjorn. Did I hear what? Come on, tell me what you heard.
Look around and oh, it's Benny, remember it's Lewin,
Lyle.
over at the bar.
I'll look across. We know him?
Yeah, like from that time when that awful thing happened. How strange he's here.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
The letter, man. We all got a letter last time.
And I would get my drink and I'd just pull up a chair next to them.
Hey, Lyle, been a long time.
Oh, like you remember.
I understand you're a friend of Bjorn.
Yeah, we've been on a few adventures. One bad one, you know, to rescue you.
I'm not going to thank
Benny,
him.
stop it, Benny. You know him.
I'm just having
I know a lot of people.
I'm just having a laugh.
What brings you? We've not seen you for must be the best part of a year now. What brings you to this way?
Yeah, it's been too long. Found an invitation, a letter to come here.
Oh no, not another letter.
Yeah, that was my fear.
My fear was there was going to be no rum in this place, but my fears are fine.
Any chance you've seen Imral?
I haven't. But you know what she's like. She's not going to make herself known until she wants to be up here.
Just randomly pops up. Hi. That would be so imreal.
I was going to say, because I know that you want to do the bit in the pond, but
You know, I've not planned anything
Oh, that's
for the
fine.
pond.
while all that's going on in the pub, I'm going to be like scouting around there. So at that point, I would love to have just walked by the pub. Imran,
Have you seen Imril? No, and then in the background,
face, just like walks by the window.
It's like Disenchanted with Elfo.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not you've noticed or not, I just like the timing.
But
Yeah.
if we could ever have this animated, like the three of them are sat, have you seen Imril? No, I've not seen Imril in ages, and she literally just.
I mean, I'm happy to roll a perception check to see if I notice, but I will roll with disadvantage because I'm not paying attention to anything but myself.
If anybody wants to roll to see if they notice, sure.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you notice somebody walking past. Do you know that that's Imril?
No. You notice a female walking past.
Yeah, you notice a woman walk past and you go, ooh.
Yeah, so and it looks familiar.
It looks familiar.
Yeah.
Seen that ass before.
Dion, did I sleep with her?
So who? Turn around, you've already gone.
Yeah. There was just some
no one
woman
there.
walking past. She looks so familiar. I think she might be stalking me. You know how some of these fans get.
Man, I
That's
hate
exactly
Benny.
how that would go. That is exactly how that would go.
I mean,
Oh, I love it.
what did you say that person was? Who else are we looking for? Imian? Was it Imian? Imian, yeah, Imian. I'm going to deliberately get everybody's name wrong. I've just realised that's a new thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
All of these two people that you know.
Everybody.
Well, I think she's from this neck of the woods. Not 100% sure where exactly, but
So, can either you guys see E?
I just hope it's not her.
I mean, I'm hoping it is. Not Not been there yet. Need another notch on my bedpost.
Yeah.
There is currently, other than the three of you, nobody in this place that you recognise.
I was going to say, what's it look like? The population of this place, is everybody there, or are there lots of people walking around? What's the most interesting place?
It's think sort of quiet village. I'd say population estimated maybe 60 people all in.
Mhm.
Obviously, they're not all contained to the village square. This is just this area where all the shops are. Most of the houses are sort of across the river and a bit further out and sort of surrounding it, like a little village hamlet-y thing in the middle of the woods. So it's not hustle and bustle, but it's not ghost town either. It's somewhere in between. Think like market in a quiet village as opposed to a really busy town market.
What time of day is it?
Sort of
Afternoon,
early
innit?
afternoon, so sort of 2-3 o'clock-ish.
Cool. At some point, I'm going to continue scoping out the village as a whole, but I will end up back at the pub because it's obviously the place where accommodation is. So I'm going to scope out if there's accommodation. If not, I'll sleep in the forest because I'm fine with that.
There's a B&B.
Is there? Where's that one?
Yeah. So the inn is more of a bed and breakfast. So they don't do you won't be able to get your evening meal from here. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. I mean, they can do a sausage butty or something, but they pretty much just do rooms and breakfast. You're not sitting down to like a slap up turkey dinner or whatever. They just have sort of standard breakfast supplies and some bedrooms.
Cool.
Because there was a town cafe that was responsible for the day-to-day like lunch and teas, but anyone that's clicked on it knows that it's currently closed because the owner is missing.
That looks like a plot hook.
I don't know that.
Oh, there's plot hooks everywhere. Plot hooks everywhere.
Get a plot hook. Get a plot hook. Oh,
Amazing.
plot hooks.
Yeah, so at some point I will end up back in the pub whenever suits, unless there's anything around that you want to go through before then.
No. If there's anywhere you want to specifically go and look at in depth, sure. But if you're just having a cursory glance around, you'll just see shops as they are described on the map bits.
Actually, can I peer through the windows of the cafe? So there is this note that the guy's gone missing.
Yeah.
What's it look like in there? Is it kind of...
Roll me. I mean, well, general overview. You can see that the door has been hastily sort of boarded up and put back together. It looks like it's been broken in, kicked down at some point, and someone just sort of put a few panels and sort of nailed them to it to hold it back in place. So if you want to look through the windows, then we'll have perception to see how much you see.
Perception. I'm amazing at that.
Cool. You find the owner.
He's hiding under a table.
He was in a bush just next to it. Nobody ever looked.
I mean, 27 for perception. Thank you.
No. Yeah, so with a 27, as you sort of go towards a window, you will immediately notice scratching claw marks around the window, like something's been trying to get in through the window and couldn't quite do it. Through the window, it's dark inside despite the time of day. Lots of curtains drawn indoors still. You've got only one or two small windows like the one you're peering through now that are actually letting in any light, and because obviously you're in front of it looking in, blocks out a bit of light, so it's quite dark in there. What you can see is a lot of overturned tables, scattered papers, sort of evidence of what appears to be some form of struggle inside. That is about as much as you can pertain from a window glance. If you're just having a quick look, roll me another perception at advantage because of how good that one was, just to see if there's something else you pick up on.
Cool. If it works alongside it, I want to try the door because I don't want to stand outside the door for an hour trying to lockpick it and stuff. I want to see if it is actually locked.
Yeah.
But with advantage, that's another 27.
Same again. There is a very sulphury sort of smell lingering around, which would mean a lot more to you. specifically than
Yeah.
it would to just sort of the average observer. You're more than welcome to try the door. Where it's been sort of boarded back up and together,
Yeah.
it's sort of been almost nailed in place, because if it's
Right.
not, it'll just fall back down again.
Okay, so it's
So it isn't locked, but it is
not
firmly
accessible.
held in place. Yeah, the handle rattles like it would open, but it's currently nailed shut. So if you wanted to get in, you'd have to kick it down.
No, I ain't doing that. Cool. That's good on that. Has anyone noticed me looking at this thing?
I mean, people will probably give you a sort of furtive look and a cursory glance. Like, what's she doing over there, snooping around? But I mean, it's pretty common knowledge in town that the owner is missing, and it's almost like a quiet village like this. Everybody's stuck a nose in that window at some point to have a look in and see if they can see what's gone on inside. You plenty of curtain switches in a quiet village. Like, everybody knows everybody's business within
So-
about 47 seconds of it happening.
So I'm not attracting suspicion, and no one is trying to chase
Not
me
from
away.
having a nosy, no, because everyone in this village has had a nosy at one point or another.
Cool. Okie dokie.
Making your way into the pub now to join the others, I suppose.
Yeah, can do.
Cool. You go and join the others in the pub. Obviously, I've not built internal maps. I spent ages building this one. I said building. I spent ages coming up with names and stuff. Cool. So yeah, you go join them in the pub. Obviously, you walk in. You'll see the same thing everybody else did. It's just a generic tavern. There's a few people in there. As the door's getting on, as the day is getting on, as you go through the door, there's more people starting to sort of filter in a little bit at a time. It's, maybe you guys have been sat having a drink for half hour, 45 minutes. People are starting to turn in because it's getting more like sort of towards a socially acceptable drinking time for people.
As a new habit I've picked up in Thespis, I like to watch and observe things. So my default behaviour entering in places like this is to automatically try and blend in with the crowd. So the opposite of Benni. So if there's people there, I'm not going to go in and immediately find out what's going on. I want to read the room by being part of it.
Up,
yeah.
Waiting for somebody else to be walking in, slip in alongside them and peel away to a corner and sit away from everybody, just to have a look around.
I mean, not quite the plot hook in a session 0 of a D&D session kind of hooded figure in a corner.
Or just you want to be not noticed as soon as you enter so you can get a lay of the land.
Just a person that you wouldn't look twice at.
Cool. Do you want to do it as a stealth versus their perception to see if they see you?
Yes.
Yes, please, because my high roll perception, I saw her walk past.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Well,
going to see if I
you definitely
recognise her.
noticed her. So yeah, you would notice if she walked in.
So I will
19.
roll.
Unless you're sneaky.
Only a 16.
I think you know who you're looking for. I think we could reasonably assume that there'd be an advantage on that perception, so I'll let you roll that once more.
I mean, either that or did I walk in with like a group of several other women or women adjacent people, and so
and he's just distracted. Yeah, it's not quite. Yeah. Maybe you walked in at the same time as a couple of other women and one had bigger tits. That'd be all it'd take for Benni to lose his interest.
I mean,
yeah, we established last time that Imril is not well endowed in that area anyway, so because Benni looked.
On the subject of race build-up, being a drow, how unusual is that? Although I suppose in Everwood, not as
in
unusual.
the Everwood, not particularly unusual. There's quite a lot of the elven folk around, and because it's so densely forested, it is quite dark. So the drow are quite happy here, rather than the Underdark, in the more densely forested areas anyway. Not so much in the village hamlets that are slightly more clear over top, with a bit more daylight and sunlight getting in, but in the really thick wooded bits, there's loads of drow settlements and villages, because who wouldn't want to live above ground? If it's dark enough that you're not getting burnt by the sun, why would you live in a cave? So, yeah, once they found a nice, heavily forested area, they journeyed upwards.
So as long as it means I don't stick out in that way.
You're not
Cool.
sticking out like a sore thumb. There'll probably be one or two
Mhm.
other drow in the village that are just sort of hearing about. Like your typical D&D races, like tieflings are a little less common. They're fairly common in Thespis, tieflings, because they lend themselves to sort of vaudeville-esque, sort of, because they've got such good stage presence with their appearances and things, but not around here. So it's
Imagine in
rare for
Thespis, anything goes. There's like whoever turns up, be like,
basic,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Sensei.
Thespis is like going down Manchester's Canal Street on a weekend. Like you don't know what you're going to see there. It's going to be anything.
Probably tieflings and
Probably,
satyrs.
I mean, it wouldn't
Probably.
surprise me in today's climate to find a few people cosplaying as D&D characters, knocking each other up in an alleyway.
Yeah.
Slam on you, Manchester's gay village.
Cool.
Let's
So,
put that on the internet. I won't get slammed for that.
not at all. It picks up the SEO, and we suddenly end up trending for advertising Manchester's nightlife.
Or getting hated on for anti-LGBTQ plus views.
Bit of both. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to sit and observe.
Cool, you're sitting and observing. Did Beon or Lyrandel want to see if they saw Imral walk in with a disadvantage, or are you happy just to say you weren't really paying attention?
I could say I wasn't paying attention. I'm talking to Benni about
Cool.
past year.
Yeah,
Cool.
just catching up. What's happened?
Yeah.
What's he been up to?
Nice. So you guys are filling each other in.
As soon as those two women walk in, though, Benny's going to stand up and just walk away from these two guys without saying a word. And
Yep.
just start talking to these two ladies who have just walked in.
Cool. Was one of them like so? Imral's walked in at the same time. At least another woman did. Is this two women not including Imral? Did we say?
Yeah. He got distracted by the other woman. So, yeah, he's...
Oh, right. So he's gone off to talk to the woman with the bigger breasts that walked in.
Yes,
And
he is.
Imral's gone the other way. Cool.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Nice.
Go on, I want to see this role play.
No.
Okay.
Hang on.
Graham's a heavy. I was about to say Graham's a very heavy fade to black in a DM, but not anymore.
Oh,
I don't know who's better, Graham or Kat.
And that's on the internet forever.
it's what she would have wanted.
Well, somebody had to get out, and Kat wasn't going to do it.
Not in this t-shirt, no.
Right, cool. Benny goes off to romance a woman somehow, probably with, I would imagine, ease.
Yeah.
Ease and
Performance
whiz.
checks.
Not role playing, flirting with Scott because I don't want to.
Oh, that's like the best.
But I want to, Graham. No, it's
But
okay.
I don't. That's the one agreement in all of D&D is if there's something romantic going on, you don't have to have awkward chat up lines with your friends.
That's the whole
Oh, no,
point,
It's
that's
isn't
just
it?
a hand wave. Cool, you do the thing. I mean, you can roll me. You choose persuasion, intimidation, deception, or performance, whichever way you're trying to do it. Are you persuading her? Are you deceiving her? Are you threatening her? Or are you doing some sort of performance?
I will be using deception, please.
Cool, yeah. You lie to her quite convincingly. She believes you're the CEO of Weapons R Us.
The reason I roll deception is any story that Benny tells, he embellishes it to the maximum. So
Oh, it's a straight up lie.
yeah. If he once kicked a dog, but when he tells a story, he fought off 15 wolves by himself. You know what I mean? Every story is just embellished to the maximum.
He kicked a dog because he dropped a pasty and the dog tried to eat it on the street, and it was a stray dog that was hungry.
But that story is now him fighting off 15 wolves to save a small child and its mother.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, it'd be something like trash like that because all bards suck.
Yeah. I suck hard.
If you've been to Tenerife, he's been to 11 Reef.
15 a reef.
If you've been to Tenerife, he's the mayor of Tenerife, and he allowed you to go there.
Benny Top Trumps love it.
No, he's not that bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, wait till he levels up and gets things like modify memory, and then everybody just believes his bullshit.
Then
Oh,
every woman is
oh.
in danger.
Or forgets what happened the night
Let's see.
before. That's what my brain
Let's
went to. Sorry, that was Benny.
Benny becomes a problem when he gets modified memory.
Law and Order D&D. It's like-
No, I've learned from that, Craig. I know we know someone who did that.
I'm sorry. I'm getting flashbacks to the fucking. Oh, who is it? There's a bunch of them, group of them. They play D&D, and they do skits about D&D with Honeywood guys.
Oh,
I know,
what you
people
mean,
don't
yeah.
Very little league. Yes, I'm just getting fucking flashbacks to when that bald guy did his flirting with the
Yeah,
Merple.
Yes.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah, that's so uncomfortable.
And he uses intimidation at the end.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Can I intimidate?
No, well, me and Craig had that in a real session where somebody didn't realise what they were saying and says, "Can I intimidate this woman into bed?"
Just
we're like-
you're going to threaten a woman into bed.
You could. I don't think you,
You
should.
could, you really ought not to.
Yeah. And now we
man.
never let him. He was a brand new player. I think he just looked at his.
He looked
stat
at a
was the
high number
highest.
on a skill and was like, I want to use that one.
Yeah, didn't think about what he was saying, so we never let him forget it now.
Amazing.
He's a barbarian. He's playing a barbarian, the most
Yeah.
charismatic barbarian known to man.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
Crazy.
He would be able to Benny better than me.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So much better. And he can play the guitar, which helps.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm
Right,
I'm,
anyway.
I'm
So,
flirting
Benny's
with this
getting
woman.
laid. Makes sense. So Benny is, I'm going to say, disappearing off to a bedroom with this woman. She's only been in the bar 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
they've
That's
already
good.
got a room.
Mm.
Somehow she's paying for it.
There she is.
And she will pay for it afterwards, probably,
Probably,
by
yeah.
having to buy antibiotics or something.
Cool. Imril, you're sat off on your own and you see Benny get up, go flirt with a woman and disappear off upstairs, leaving Beon and Lyrindel sat at a table. Do you wish to approach yet, or are you still going to today?
Yeah, I'm going to, because obviously seeing this behaviour, I wasn't expecting to see anyone I knew here, but it's like I've sat there, watched out, and just been like, oh, it's these again. Oh, God.
Not these.
So yeah, I'd like to, as usual, try and stealth up. So they're stood at the bar and you turn around and I'm there, like that gif from The Office, which is one of my favourites. Just one moment I wasn't there, the next I was. And then I'll be...
Well, where he turns around. Ah!
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
I
that
remember
one.
the scene well. Yeah, and it
Yes.
is a very funny gif.
Yeah. So I will appear or slink up to like Lirendel's elbow and just be like, he hasn't changed.
Where the fuck are you come from?
It's funny because it's true that is exactly how it would happen with these characters.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would.
I'm not even rolling. I wasn't paying attention. I am, Rob. Where have you been? Where have you come from?
I've come from Thespis.
Yeah, I mean,
But in a broader sense, I've come from here. We're in the Everwood. This is my home.
Pretty much, yes.
I come home.
I mean, not so much. Given your appearance and your appearance and his appearance, and I'm gonna hold up my own letter.
Yeah,
Oh, no, not another letter.
it's got to be harder than that.
This does seem far too familiar to the missive that brought us together in the first place. And what a riot that was.
I'm not sure I call it a riot.
I think it literally was a riot at one point.
You can hear squeaking from the bed upstairs.
Last 4 seconds and then it's over.
I mean, not to backseat DM, but don't we usually have a protocol for this? Where's your performance?
That's a fair point because I had to do that one time.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And Sam has done that as well.
Roll for bed stuff.
I mean,
Oh,
18.
It's not his
If with a
best,
+7, that means he's given a very average performance.
yeah.
but it's still rocking her world. My average is still pretty good.
You're average, but you've got one move.
Oh, yeah.
You've got 1 +7 move.
Yeah,
that
which
just
nobody's ever seen before.
like that scene from Friends with the numbers. Yeah,
The numbers.
yeah.
Yeah.
7.
7.
Yeah.
7. Okay.
That was the original 6, 7. Anyway, so back to chatting at the table.
So I'm actually going to put my letter on the table, opened, just so, if anything, we can compare that we all did get the same,
The same letter.
not
I
different
did think about
variations.
sending you all slightly differently worded letters, but then I changed my mind because it was too much effort.
That's true. But wouldn't it have been cool if I just did this and then your plan would have unravelled in that way and you'd be like,
See, you've all had different letters because I wouldn't have I'd have said nobody read it out.
Yeah.
You open this letter and you all open a specific letter. But that was
Exciting.
too much work
Yeah.
for very little narrative payoff. It would have just been fun. Anyway, so you put your letter on the table open.
Yeah. I mean, I've not seen Benny's, but he seemed to. He seemed to think that he got the same letter. I've got that same letter with him. Did he take it off me? I can't remember. He tried spending it.
Lirindel, I assume your letter is the same as well?
Yeah, here's mine. I put it down.
I have done a cursory check of the village and not noticed anything too out of place apart from the state of the cafe in the centre, where someone has obviously been abducted by something devilish. But other than that, the village seems peaceful, oddly peaceful compared to the world at large. Have you noticed anything?
Yeah, it's not looking like our normal sort of venue or place to visit. We normally go knowing that something was wrong. Only reason we decided to come this way because of the letter, but doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, I walked through a lot more villages to get here that were a lot worse than here.
The letter speaks of coming quick and she needs help. But I see no urgency. Everything seems oddly quiet.
Oh, I've just looked. And with that, Lirindel will just go into a deep think.
Oh, he's got his thinking face on.
Yes.
Actually, I'm just having a think as well. I'm just having a look at my stuff.
That's what I'm doing.
Everyone's looking for things and stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually just reading my character sheets. It's like, oh, I might have a thing for
What
this.
D&D bullshittery can we
Yeah,
throw?
I
It'll
do
completely
have-
derail everything that was planned.
I do have some D&D bullshit on here. I'm sure I do.
Well, Benny must be about done and ready to come down soon.
Oh, he finished 5 minutes ago.
Graham,
Yes.
I'm going to hit you with a ridiculous request, but I'm just going to
Yeah,
yes
go for
or
it.
no. Can I use Arcana to sense if there's any illusion magic in the air or the
No,
surrounding
you
area?
can use detect magic if you've got it.
No, that's why I'm asking.
You can investigate.
You can
natural
use the
things.
spell that is specifically designed to do the thing you're asking me if you can use a skill for.
I don't think I've got access to it.
You
Well, then, in that
investigate
case,
anything.
no, you can't.
That's fine.
Now, I know I had something like a detect thing because I'm sure I used it with the bone dog.
Oh, fuck. I do have it, sorry.
Cool. You can cast detect magic if you would like.
After you, Cat.
No, I'm still reading. I don't know whether I do have it anymore. I'm sure I had something
Weren't
for
you
like
tracking the bone dog with Hunter's Mark because of some sort of favoured friend bullshit because it was an undead fiendy thing?
possibly because I thought there was something I could detect within X amount of distance if my favoured foe was there. But it's not reading in there. I've got a favoured enemy, but I don't have any more narrative on that. What's favoured enemy? Sorry, I've got
Can I see any thieves' cant being written anywhere? Any symbols or signage for if there's a local thieves guild?
Let's see. Is there a thievy presence in this? Where have I put my dice? I have a dice for things like this. There it is. So that you don't know whether I'm fudging my rolls or not. Although I could just roll it in the open and you'll see it. Let's say yes. There are a few scrolls by the bar in Thieves' Camp that are just informing anybody that would know what they were looking at. I mean, they just look like sort of doodles and scratches on a bar to anybody that's not versed. Letting you know that the nearest Thieves Guild presence would be one village over. So if you did want to go and seek out any thievy things, they're about, I'd say, an hour's journey away. 45 minutes to an hour to get to the nearest village.
Okay, so it's the sort of thing that probably maybe go to check out the next day if we have nothing appear or happen. You know,
Yeah, there's a lead there that you could maybe go ask them if they know about any strange goings on, but this place is a bit too small to have its own sort of guild presence. So the next nearest bigger town's about 45 minutes to an hour away. And they've got a small base established there, is what you can garner from the scratches.
I would exhaust all local, you know. I'd maybe consider go talking to the innkeeper. There's probably I need to arrange lodgings for the night and performance fees, etc.
Okie dokie. So you're going to go over and talk to Thatcher, the attractive, welcoming tiefling behind the bar.
While that's happening, Benny will make his way back downstairs, half getting dressed still as he's walking downstairs. We'll go sit back down at the table. Ah, just like good old times, Lyoli. Hey, Imian, you're here. And I will reach, if Emil's got a drink, Benny will just pick it up and have a mouthful of your drink and put it back down. Ah.
I'd be very disappointed that it's water.
To be fair, he might need it. He might need to hydrate a little bit. Not be too fussed. Long time no see, guys.
Did you get to figure out, Kat, what your search for the presence of thingies was?
I don't know. I'm having a look. I would have thought it was like favoured foe or favoured enemy, but I don't think. Oh, primeval awareness lets you.
Maybe that. I'd imagine.
Lets you expend a spell slot to sense the presence of your favoured enemy types within 1 mile or 6 miles in your favoured terrain, although it doesn't give their exact location. That's
so you
Ranger
will
3.
be able to use a spell slot, and you will know if there is any fiendish thing within a mile, or because this is your favoured terrain because it's your hometown. You'll know if there's anybody within 6 miles. You don't know where they are. You just know that there's something within 6 miles. So it's largely not that helpful.
It's not, but I'm glad I didn't imagine it because I was like, I'm sure I've used that, but why isn't it on my character sheet?
Really feels like a waste of a spell slot to me.
I
It's like
know.
we're investigating things. You've smelled sulfur. You know there's probably something demonic going on in the area. Here's a spell slot. Yeah, somewhere within 6 miles is a fiend. It's like, well, they've taken over a large portion of the continent, so probs, yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
maybe
going to London and going, there's a cockney around here somewhere.
there usually is. So yeah, maybe I won't use that. I forgot that rangers aren't great, but I will.
But if you see one in Hunter's Market, you can follow it for like 300 feet or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll bear that in mind. I've lost my character sheet. There we go.
And then Lyrindel wanted to detect magic, I believe he said.
Yeah, if we're all going outside, yeah, detect magic.
I don't think anybody was going outside.
Not yet.
Beyond's gone
Oh,
to speak
no.
to the bartender. Benny's just sat down at the table, and Imril was just trying to see if she could feel any demons around.
To be fair, it's 30 feet, so I'd get outside. So yeah, detect magic and see what I detect.
It lasts 10 minutes, doesn't it?
By all means, you can cast detect magic. You detect magic in the vicinity of yourselves, obviously.
Hi.
Yep.
The bartender is very glowy. Obviously, the map's not to scale, so the neighbouring buildings aren't within 30 feet. There is more than 30 feet between like shops and towns and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the minute in the bar, you can detect the presence of the bartender and yourselves. Nothing seems particularly illusory. I mean, there's some illusion coming from Benni, probably making his knob look a bit bigger. The bartender, for whatever reason, but obviously you can't tell specifically what spells they might be, but there's some illusion coming off of the bartender of a degree.
Benny's went to speak to the bartender, was it?
Beyond went to speak to the bartender.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll leave it at that then.
Cool. Right, time for some actual RP now with an NPC, I guess. So Beyond will be approaching the bar. Is he going to introduce himself first or wait to be spoken to?
No, hi there. Hi, is this your establishment? It's a lovely place.
Well, of course, sir. Welcome to Thatcher's.
Do you have any entertainment booked in for the night?
I find the clientele very entertaining.
I mean, perhaps you've heard of us. We are the
Come on, boys, spit it out. What is it? Music, dancing, strippers.
Music. We do music.
Music, of course. What do you play?
I don't think there's anything that Benny won't play. But musical wise, I think he's got a lute today.
Plays with lutes, plays with hearts.
Yeah, yes, that
Sounds familiar. I've known a bard or two.
So if if we could, maybe get a room for the night, and we can help fill up the place tonight.
Many rooms. How many will you be needing? How many in your party, sir? 4? A room each, is it, or are you all sharing? Is it a menage a trois with one cook in the corner?
I'll
How much is the cuck chair?
Complimentary, my dear.
I mean, the band's just the two of us, but I'm sure they'll probably need rooms as well. But yeah, if our performance can get us all a room, that'd be great.
Well, that remains to be seen. We'll see how good the performance is, but even if not, that's just more than welcoming.
Brilliant. Yeah, I might need to know which room my friend's just been in. There may be a bit of
One moment.
cleanup required.
Room 4.
Okay, I'll deal with that. don't suppose you've had any bothers around here lately, have you?
No, well, no bothers. What constitutes a bother?
Like
I mean, Terry's gone missing.
Terry? Who's Terry?
The cafe guy. The amount of people I've had coming asking for evening repast. Do bread, and I do breakfast.
What happened? Where's Terry? What's?
No devil should I know. He was there. Now he's not. Not my problem.
Is there anyone else you might know where Terry's gone, or...
You could always try the sheriff next door.
Oh, that seems a sensible idea. Okay. Yeah. Leave it with me. I'm just gonna head up and make sure that the room's all in one piece. And yeah, we'll be. What time would you want to start tonight?
Yeah, whenever you feel like it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll make preparations and we'll be ready for that. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you.
Yes, you too. Indubitably. They'll reach out his hand for you.
Oh yeah. Go and.
Will you? So you take it, and he'll grab your hand, he'll pull it straight towards him. Hey, sir.
I would have gone and absolutely crushed his hand.
I didn't think he was going to flirt with people, but yeah, Craig, they were all over that like a lampshade. Jeez.
I had an established character for Thatcher. I didn't have an established character for some buxom woman that walked in.
I'll head back to the table. Like, did you say there was someone missing? That he's Mr. Thatcher and saying the Terry from the cafe's missing, and maybe we need to go see the sheriff. But I'll come down and help in a second. I'm just gonna need to go check on room 4.
Oh, sorry. That's that character sent me.
I mean, just
That's
want
what I
to
did.
let you know, I walked downstairs. She didn't walk down with me, Craig. So
I will definitely know to knock first.
It's okay.
Oh, dear.
Love him. Love it. How far away? How far away was that
Not again.
conversation?
How
Ali
far
or
away was
Terra?
that conversation? About 10 feet away from you. Like, if that, like, it was well within earshot. Like.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes.
All right, Tim Curry, go off. Go off, King.
You know what? In that you can have an extra inspiration because my friend, this is the concierge star. Home Alone 2 was my inspiration for Thatcher.
I mean, yes. You were serving pure cunt in the best way possible, and of course it's the TC.
Shit eating. Well, hello.
Hello. So I'm gonna add to my stack of inspiration. So when you were talking to my friend,
Yeah.
you suggested we speak to the sheriff.
Yeah.
Why did you do that with your fingers?
Because the man's a buffoon. He elected himself sheriff because nobody else wants to do that. And quite simply just a moron.
Has he done anything to deliberately cause harm, or is he just incompetent?
Oh, he's the height of incompetence.
Mm-hmm. Has he investigated poor Mr. Terry?
He went in, he looked around, he put the door back up.
I see.
If you can call that an investigation. The closest thing we've had to an investigator is the person that turned up just the other day.
Oh. Who was that?
Never quite got their name. They signed the get book with an E.
Intriguing. that was going to be my next question. I was looking for a friend of mine who had recommended me to come here to see someone whose name starts with E. Is this...
Ah, really? Well, describe them to me. We'll see if it's the same person.
I'm going to describe Esmeralda, who I remember being a woman. I think she was also a bit cunty. A bit... But I can't remember exactly what she looked like.
It's cool. We'll ex parte description of her appearance, which we'll re-establish,
Yeah.
if necessary, at a later date.
She was giving expensive and bitchy.
Yeah.
I think. Yes. So I described
Well,
that.
yeah, I'm going into Kermit now. I've lost the voice. Sorry. That doesn't sound like that person. No, I'm going into Kermit. I've lost it.
That's fine.
Yes, you're quite. Yes. No, that doesn't sound like that person at all.
Oh, that's a shame. Do you know where that person is?
No, I can't say I've seen them for a few days. They disappeared, I want to say, 2 nights ago. They were around and simply vanished. Paid in advance, gone. Not my problem.
What did they look like?
A balding gentleman,
Oh,
red robes, fairly tall.
Oh, that was not my friend. Is there anything else strange that's happened here?
Not that I can place. I've only been in town myself for a few weeks. I moved here shortly after the cataclysm, wanted somewhere quiet to put my head down. Far too many demonic types around now. People might get the wrong idea with a tiefling as attractive as me.
It is a very nice establishment you have built here.
Well, thank you. I am quite proud.
Yes. Imril is still not quite sure how to finish a conversation.
A pleasure, my darling.
I'm going to... You put your hand out. I'm going to put my hand out just to copy the gesture.
You will...
Oh, I'm quite charmed.
and please, darling, if there's anything Thatcher can do for you, please do let me know.
I would be most appreciative of any information if you hear of it during my stay.
Benny would be thinking this guy's quite the creep. Even though he's fantastic, but in Benny's eyes, this guy is a creep. Jesus.
Maybe he's actually... maybe Imril is genuinely charmed.
And he's like, the fuck? What's this guy got that I don't?
He kisses her hand and she genuinely goes kind of, no, which you've not seen her do before. And, yeah. Benny probably hates that.
Yeah. So, Samuel, what was he saying? I wasn't paying attention to your conversation.
You would have heard every word of it.
Yeah.
No, I would.
Did Ali
I wasn't
hear?
that close that even if you were deep in thought and character. That's fine. Do you think, you remember that man that saved us? It wasn't you that was with me.
No, it was
Well,
it was Imril and Elvira, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, was there with
Were you?
after the cataclysm happened with me?
After you went through various portals.
Yeah, it was us.
Because Elvira had a locket that...
Yes. Do you remember that old man that saved us and helped us after the Esmeralda bother?
I think so, yes.
Could it be him?
I don't know.
Can I match the description to a degree?
I mean, the comment about a red robe is worth remembering, because when tracking people, it is vital to figure something that is unique about them, so it's easier to find them. So the appearance is quite unusual and should make him easy to spot as long as he doesn't disguise himself.
Yeah. Plus, the bartender's he's hiding something, illusionary wise.
Hmm.
You think he is who we need to speak to? You think he is he?
I mean, if it's warm, he might just take his robe off. I mean, let's not get hooked up on this robe.
That's very true.
Anyway, I mean, I obviously I missed a lot of what was already gone on. So, what's the plan then, guys?
I think our contact is the bartender, but I'm not 100%.
I'm not sure. I think the rest of the village warrants further investigation as well, or at least making sure that no one in this village is anyone we already know. When I investigated the Terry's Town Café, there was quite the hint of sulphur, which indicates fiendish, devilish activity. And in a town as unaffected as this, and if it is Esmeralda, I would think that that is the place we should start our investigations.
But before we do that, I'm just going to get up again. Benny just gets up and does things. And he's going to walk over to the innkeeper.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, one question. And I'm just going to slap down the letter on the bar. Did you send me this?
No, sir.
I'll pick it up and I'll turn away and just walk away. And I'd just be like,
No.
I'm not going to hang around for that.
Aww.
He's
No,
seen
no.
it happen twice. He wants no part of it, so he's
Yeah.
less sharpish because he would have got.
Yeah. I could only imagine what Benny might have put in his hand. So I'm just going to turn around and walk away. And just be like, yep, that guy's not the contact. He didn't send the letter.
I think it would have been a much more Benny move for him to put his hand out when the guy grabs it. Benny to kiss his hand and pass it back to him.
No, I was tempted to grab the hand and lick his hand. That was the way Benny was going to go. But
and I expected something like that, and he would have gone, one up to me. Good on you, sir.
But that's I'm going to turn around and be like, nope, he's not the contact. I mean, we could have just asked the guy if he was the contact. He says no. So I mean, I think we wait for Bjorn. He shouldn't be too much longer.
That is true.
And then we'll go find this Jerry.
Yes.
Jerry, is it?
The innkeeper, Thatcher, did say that there was a sheriff, and incompetent or not, he may have some information of note. If he did some initial investigation, it may be of use, if only to discount it.
Beyond
could
come
be
leaping
well.
down the stairs. Not your worst effort, Benny.
I was in a rush. What can I say?
Making it my own headcanon that Beyond's got like a pocket full of like anti-STD pills that he hands out to all of the women that Benny sleeps.
I just had this vision of him walking down the stairs with like a mop and bucket.
In a
Mopping the
penny
ceiling.
with my marigolds on.
Maybe like he's got some tongs with some like tissues in the tongs. Just about to go and set fire to it all.
They say the bed sheets are on fire. They're not washed.
No.
Hands back to like 4 gold pieces and says for the furnishing.
Bjorn, apparently we're going to go see the sheriff because some guy called Jerry disappeared. Sounds like our kind of gig.
Yeah, it sounds like a easy enough job. We can find somebody.
Yeah. Let's go. I mean, does anyone know where the sheriff is? You've looked around here, haven't you? Where is it, Immy?
It is in the building just next door. The one marked sheriffs.
Yeah,
You've got a keen eye on you, Immy. I can see having you around is going to be useful.
I would have thought you'd realise that the last time we worked together.
That's what I put a hand in and went, remember, you were dead last time we were together.
Oh,
yeah, a
that's
lot
right.
happened. Yeah, a lot happened, guys. I mean, I don't like to think about it too much. Pretty traumatic. Let's just move forward. To the sheriff's house.
Okay, lead the way.
Brief pause because I need a wee.
Mhm.
I will allow you all to sort of do a little bit of meta while I go pee. What's the plan then? Going to the sheriff's next door?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll say it's getting. We'll say all of that in the pub probably amounted to an hour or so of catching up and shooting the shit,
Yeah.
talking to Natcher, who's very happy with himself. Cool. So you go to the. It's not so much a sheriff's office. It's like a guardhouse sort of lodgings for the town guard. So like they sort of basically live here, kinda
So
like an
bad.
army barracks, sort of, but for like the 5 people that police this village, plus the guy that's in charge, and then they've got like 2 or 3 sort of jail cells just out back. Think like sort of small town sheriff's office, but with like a bunkhouse attached to it where people stay. They probably have a house in the town proper, but for when they're on like night shifts and stuff, they have like a sort of bunkhouse here where they stay. And the sheriff himself lives here. He's got like his own little sort of apartment-y thing out back.
Nice. And I'm just going to check
Nice.
the old map pin.
Yeah, Western style jails were like that, so they were.
Yeah, that's sort of
Yeah.
the image in my head that I
Aye.
had for it.
Cool. Is the building just like open to walk into?
Yeah, you can walk through the door quite happily. Just let yourself in. There'll be sort of just a very bored, disinterested person just sat behind a desk, who is obviously not the sheriff, no badge or anything. It's clearly just like a secretary or receptionist, just a local sort of late teens, early 20s person that's been given a job because the sheriff likes to feel like he's important. So he must have a secretary that sits out on the desk and welcomes people. He couldn't possibly do that for himself.
Benni storms in, slams the door open, and I'll shout, "Hey, you there, Sheriff! We're here to find Jerry. Tell us what you know."
And she'll look up disinterestedly from the book she's reading and just go, "I'm not the sheriff. And who's Jerry?"
I
I don't have a voice for it.
I think what my friend says is we would like to speak to the sheriff because we're interested in knowing about where Terry has gone.
I'm sure.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, somebody literate. Fantastic. 1 second. Oi, Ace. And then this sort of, think Leon Kennedy-esque in appearance
Oh, hello.
person will walk out from and go, "Hi, Ace. What can I do for you?"
I like the cut of your jib. You seem like a cool guy.
"I like the hang of your dong. What can I do for you?"
Tell me, Ace, where's this guy called Jerry?
Terry.
So is this guy called Terry?
"I don't know. He's missing. That's kind of the point."
What do you know?
Not a
and
lot.
my,
He
me
was
and
there,
my-
now he's not. I looked
me and-
around his place. I can't see nothing.
well, me and my friend here, we're heroes, and these are 2 other people, and we're here to help.
We get a lot of heroes around these parts. Decide that they're gonna help us out and find people when they go missing. Not that people go missing a lot or nothing around here, but anyway, yeah, I don't know where Terry is. He's missing. I had to look around his place. I can't find him. Somebody else went and had a look the other day. I can't find them neither. Everybody's going missing.
Is he lying when he says like not everybody goes missing? Did he kind of accidentally tell the truth and then try and cover it up, or is he just an idiot? 6 to 1.
You stick someone after the other. It might be that people are going missing. People might just leave. The guy's a moron. He
Right.
doesn't really know.
Oh, we're getting that.
He doesn't sound like a moron. I think he
Oh,
sounds
yes,
like
he
a
does.
pretty reasonable fella. Benny likes this guy.
I can imagine if he's got a sheriff's badge, it's very well polished and kind of very obvious, and that's
He has a
about.
very ornate hand crossbow because guns don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's one that's never been fired. He gets it restrung every week just because. Yeah. You're picking up what I'm putting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get heroes here all the time saying they're here helping look for people. We had somebody here just the other day, and she couldn't find the person, and now she's missing. I don't know where anybody's gone.
Wait, you said a hero and she? Well, that's crazy.
What's so crazy about that?
She ain't fighting nothing. Me and my friend here, we're the heroes.
Okay, cool. You go look then.
It's okay if we go check
here's
out.
the key. There you go. Here's the key to Terry's place, and he hands you a crowbar.
I will take the crowbar. Nice key. Can I keep this?
Yeah, you're welcome to it. I've got like 50.
I will take the crowbar.
When you said someone else was looking for Terry, can you describe them?
Yeah, it's a woman, sort of fancy looking, busty, really attractive. I can't remember her name. E something.
Which way did she go? Forget about the name. Which way did she go?
I don't know. I keep telling you, she's gone missing, just like Terry did. I don't know where nobody goes.
Was her name
People keep looking at me like I'm supposed to find people. What am I, the sheriff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was her name Esmeralda?
I don't know. I don't remember people's names. It was E something.
Don't worry. I am going to find this woman, and that is a promise.
Okay, have fun with that. Anything else I can do to help y'all?
Did you notice anything specific when first entering the cafe? Did you take anything or change anything?
What, you say I'm a thief? You accusing me of stealing things?
I meant if you
So
took
there was a
anything...
couple of gold lying around, and maybe it's not there anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
I meant more, did you take anything for evidence?
What? Ever what?
Okay.
Hey, leave this man alone. He seems like he's very
Somebody
important
said
and
Terry's
very
gone
busy.
missing. I went and looked at Terry's place. Terry's not there. I agreed with him. Terry's gone missing. Now what I'm supposed to do?
Who the fuck is Terry?
The guy we're looking for.
No, we're looking for that busty chick, remember?
No, we want to stay away from her.
I
killed you.
feel that if we find one, we'll find the other.
Anything else I can do to help
They do
y'all?
not need to
Because
be
I've got a
pairs.
massage in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Maybe we will just go and have a look ourselves, if that is okay.
Yeah, I gave you the key. Bye now.
I'm,
And then
I'm
they'll
gonna,
look to the girl and they go, Cleo, it's massage time. And got the lies down on the table.
I'm going to offer my hand to shake his hand as we leave and be like, honor to meet you. You're
Is
a
it like-
fine, fine man. No.
Bro, just like...
Yeah.
Oh,
He'll grab your hand and go, yeah, you seem like a fine guy yourself. Now fuck off.
I'm about to get the fuck.
Ace has got shit to do.
I will see you later, Ace. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to turn around and walk out. And again, but not walk out quietly again, kick the doors open as he makes his exit.
yes. I'll just say to Emerald and Beyond after we leave. Watching those two talk, it's like watching one brain cell. There's two people fighting over one brain cell.
I have a headache. I remember why I previously worked alone. Okay. Should we chase after him to make sure he doesn't break anything else?
He's on his massage table. He's not going anywhere.
I don't. I'm sure Benny will just get to the door and hope it opens for him.
I'm
Maybe
not off
we
to
should-
Jerry's. I'm looking for Esmeralda. There are boobs around her. That's all like. That's the only thing Benny remembers. Busty chick.
Benny.
There are boobs around.
Yes. Benny heard busty chick gone missing. That's his focus now. Jerry. Fuck
Benny's a good guy in a horror movie, isn't he?
Fuck Jerry.
Yeah, the black
Sorry.
guy's wandered off on his own, but the fit chick's gone the other way. So bye. Cool. So Benny's going to Terry's place. He
No,
doesn't
no.
know where it is, I don't think. So
And also, no, he's not looking. As I say, at this minute in time, his focus is Busty Lady.
oh yeah,
gone
but
missing.
that's your lead, and you've got the key. I mean, the key is a crowbar because the guy nailed the place shut.
Yeah, I've just wandered off in the wrong direction to begin with. If somebody wants to stop me, that's up to them. But Benny is looking around, shouting out, "Busty chick! Busty chick, where are you?"
I'm just going to look at.
An Aarakocra that's really well developed walks past and just gives you some side eye.
Yeah.
You know what that's giving me? I don't know whether it's a niche reference. I'm a massive fan of Rick Mail. Used to love watching Bottom.
Mm.
And there's one bit where his character Richie is like trying to find some women. He's just like, birds, birds. It's giving that
Rick Mail.
vibe.
Rick Mail, what a legend.
Oh. I keep seeing clips of that Bottom thing with the GIF where the Aid Edmonton's going, "There's been another fuck up,"
Yeah,
all over the internet at the minute.
yeah.
It wasn't me.
In my mind, I was doing Joey Tribbiani.
Hmm.
Hot girl!
Yeah.
Hot girl!
Yeah.
But yes, but I mean, Benny will be shouting, so you'll all know where Benny is. Benny's walking around shouting, "Busty chick."
And half the town also heard
Mm-hmm.
him shouting "Busty chick."
Yeah, at least half.
He's spreading the gospel.
I'm just gonna
Anybody else?
just looking at Bjorn as if to say, "It's your mess. You're the one who handles
He'll
it."
be fine. He'll give up when he sees someone else.
But I feel like people look to Beyond like he's Benny's handler, but it's actually just more he's Benny's cleanup crew.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't stop him doing the things he does. He just picks up the pieces when he's finished.
Can we just let him do it?
They're friends. They are actually friends. Come on.
You can't stop an artist.
No.
Yeah. But Beyond also wouldn't want to stop him. He idol worships it. He thinks it's amazing.
He doesn't.
He
like
wishes he had the
Ace.
balls to do the stuff that Benny does.
I don't know
He
if
doesn't
it
like Ace at all.
would he. Eh?
He doesn't
You
like
don't-
Ace at all.
Because Benny got on with him too well.
Jealous.
So you played? I should have asked him if you played an instrument just to really turn things up a notch.
Oh, I just realised also who Ace reminded me of. Zach
Oh,
Brannigan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Looks like Leon Kennedy, behaves like Zach Brannigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell the men I'm having a massage. Anyway, this has been.
It's me and NPCs today.
I know.
You should get injured more often, good sir.
I mean, chef's kiss perfection. Every single one.
I wish I could tell you these NPCs existed before right now.
Yeah, but they're
That's
the
the
best.
best one. That's the
They're the best
ones.
NPCs.
Yeah, like Billy.
I gave them names, that was it.
Yeah, but that's the best thing. You just roll with it and you improvise, and they end
Oh,
up creating.
yeah.
They end up becoming a
I'm
character.
finding my original niche at the DM again, like I used to. Like one of the best sessions I ever did was when we had a cancellation, and I'm like, give me half an hour and I'll build a session. Right, cool. What's the plan? Because we've got 37 minutes left.
Let's get
Oh,
to
Jerry's.
Terry's. Kick the bloody doors down. I mean, I'm going to look at Beyond for this. Is if Benny's out and about. Yeah, if Benny's out and about with the crowbar.
Yeah, Benny's running around town screaming "hot, busty chick" whilst swinging a crowbar around.
Or are you not? We're going the subtle way. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll.
Headbutt a door down.
I mean, are any of the windows openable?
They're made of glass. Yep.
I mean, yeah, they're made of glass. Like technically, you can open all of them.
Without risk of injury, are they?
But they'll
like-
be internally opening windows. How many windows open from the outside?
Very true.
No wonder Jerry got
I think it's a
kidnapped.
very specific design feature that windows don't open from the outside.
I've seen
Obviously,
TV.
thatch windows that
Yeah.
haven't existed for about 40 years, maybe.
I wouldn't even save him if his windows were openable from the outside. That was on him. They're all on
You
him.
know, no, but what would be funnier is that she saw claw marks on the outside of the window as though the thing couldn't get in, so it kicked the door in, and it's like all it had to do was lift the window.
Look, I've seen Supernatural. I'm sure many times they have I know there's a blooper of them trying to get in through a sash window.
Yeah, no, it definitely does happen in America because apparently all they had was sash windows.
And apparently they all leave their car keys in the car.
Just under the sun visor.
the
It's
sun
like
visor.
you get in and go, whoop.
Yeah.
It's like, or in a wheel arch. It's like, that's what you find car key.
Bullshit.
I will say a lot of houses in Scotland have sash and case windows.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
the older
because Scotland's
buildings.
40 years out of date.
No. Just the older buildings. There's lots of older buildings because we're an older country.
Cool, yeah, with a
Savage.
90, I'm sure you can headbutt this very hastily put back together door. Yeah, it'll quite happily just fall to pieces. I mean, Ace put it back together. It was never a
Wow.
particularly sturdy job.
I go on.
I will then go back to what I'm good at, which is using my ring of mending to cast a mending spell on the door to fix it again.
Fix it properly.
And then just open it.
I hear the crash and I'm like, wait, I've got the key
It comes over and breaks the door that you've put back together.
with the crowbar. Yes.
No, he's fixed it with
But-
vent
but-
in.
but- but-
Closed it to
but-
make sure it's sturdy. You come across and go, I'll get it.
Oh, Benny, inside, Benny, we're inside. Benny.
But that guy, that really cool guy said this was the key. You can't go breaking into people's houses without a key, Bjorn. What are you, a criminal?
I am writing
I mean,
all
by
of that in my
nature,
notes.
yeah, he is part rogue.
No, I know.
But he could have picked the lock if there was one. But oh, right, cool. That's fun. Yeah, cool. Door's broken down. You can all enter Terry's if you're wanting to enter Terry.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Awesome. You think American style diner.
hmm
So you've got like your counter, kitchen out the back, stools and a few booths around the front by the windows, but the windows are currently like covered with curtains and stuff because it just was because it was closed. There's a door that leads towards an office area out back. In the main restaurant area, most of the tables are knocked over. There's debris and stuff everywhere, fluids that are, as of yet, undetermined by yourselves, but probably blood. So that's what you can sort of see as you enter from a cursory glance.
Cool. Can I do a bit more of an investigation, specifically the sulphurous smell and looking for footprints, scratches, fiendish kind of evidence?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Roll. We'll call it an investigation.
Me, I am.
We're on fire with your rolls today.
Catherine.
I know,
down.
right?
So you will see very clearly in what you now can smell is fiend blood. That's the sulphurous smell. It's the blood. It's more of like an ichorish black sort of gunk as opposed to blood. But in the dark, hard to tell. Looks like it could be a blood spill, but it's sort of like a black goop, sort of almost like tar. And that's the sulphury smell. And you would recognize it to be sort of the life fluids of some fiend or another. Without further sort of analysis, it'd be impossible to tell what kind of thing it's come from. But there's definitely something Avernus-y, sort of hellscapey about it. And you just know from stabbing many of them in the last year. That's what that smell is. I guess Benni and Beyond would probably also recognize the smell because they've been demon hunting for the past year. Lyrindel would probably have come across it in his studies, but more in an academic sense as opposed to a literal, I've been chopping the heads off of monsters sort of thing.
Is it
Or-
concentrated in one area? Are there other scratches and footprints? What's the crime scene?
So from what you can see from where you are at the moment, there's a big pile of goo sort of in the middle of the floor. Coming and going from there are footprints, both cloven, like claw-like, and sort of talony, sort of demonic-y footy type things, like hooves and claws, and general actual just shoe prints as well, that are going in and out of it. It's kind of hard to tell from Ace's probably very bungled and shitty investigation whether the footprints that are human looking are just his or his and his team's or anyone that may or may not have been in here at the time of whatever incident occurred. One thing you can say for certain is that the things that don't look human are probably something to do with it. But, I mean, you've not been around town. You've not met every town guard. Maybe they've got some people that don't have feet and they have claws and hooves instead. Who's to know 100% without asking those sort?
Hooves to know.
Hooves to know. Yeah.
Well,
Who's to know? But they
Just
lead into and out of the office. Into and out of the office, into and out of the bathroom, into and out of the kitchen. Basically, they're everywhere. It's a very shit crime scene. If you ever watched any sort of procedural drama and it's just a clusterfuck of shit because some idiots have handled it first, that's what you're dealing with.
I'm going to head to... Benny will head to the kitchen to investigate, close the door behind him, and he's going to rummage around looking for some food rather than actually investigating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but Benny will and then pretend to be looking for clues when anybody else walks in the room.
So, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, you've got to make a sandwich.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine. You find all of the things that you need to make a sandwich or some other sort of food in there.
I make one sandwich.
Yeah.
Because I am a dig.
Yeah, no, he's not making butties for everybody.
No.
Himself, yeah.
Making a really big sandwich for myself. And if anyone else was to walk in, I will then pretend to be looking for clues, but I'm just making a sandwich.
But I checked in all of this, but all I found was deliciousness.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else got anything specific they want to look at? You've got office, you've got blood spatter and stuff. And you've got kitchen.
I'll stick to looking at the blood spatter and stuff.
Cool.
I'll head to the office. See if there's anything that comes through.
I'll eventually follow Benny and actually do some investigating there.
Cool. So we've got everybody investigating somewhere apart from Benny who's eating a sandwich. Awesome.
As Bjorn walks in, I will get my dagger out and cut some of the sandwich off. I was just making it as a snack to, help us think. Here, Bjorn, have a taste of this delicious sandwich.
Thank you. Did you find anything else?
The mustard in the cupboard.
Did you look?
For the mustard, yeah.
I thought so.
So after my previous...
That's right. We'll handle kitchen first because there's two of you there. And you've started. So we'll just carry on with kitchen and then we'll move around. Everybody already knows that the office is going to be the important place. So we'll come to that last and then we'll do blood splatter in the middle.
I guess right.
We've all played D&D before. We all know how investigation works. There's a load of stuff and there's an office full of paperwork.
Paperwork?
I mean, Ali's character's the reader in this.
Exactly. No, it makes perfect logical sense. So we'll deal with Scooby and Shaggy first, and then we'll get to Velma, and then we'll go to Fred.
Let me just add a new band name.
Mystery Inc.
Yep, Mystery Inc.
Amazing.
So yeah, I will. Sorry, Benny. Sorry, Bjorn. Just after my previous endeavours, I was just a little bit hungry. I think you know what I'm getting at.
Did you not have enough to eat?
Yeah, we've all worked up an appetite in our own way. Hey.
Yeah, but there's fun ways to do
Benny's
it.
investigating a sandwich.
Yeah.
What would Beyond like to look at in the kitchen? Or do you want to just do a cursory perception and see if there's anything of interest?
Yeah, that would be the...
And then depending on your role, I'll tell you what you find.
Gosh, it takes a long time to go through. 17.
17's reasonable. There are some tracks in here. Not as many as there are elsewhere, because it's probably just a case of when they've come to investigate, they've had a pop into the kitchen to see if it's out about, but they can't really see much. With a 17, though, you will notice something very curious about the knife that Benni was using to make the sandwich before he pulled his own out to cut some off for you. Because obviously he's just found a random knife in the kitchen, not paid attention to it, and just started buttering bread with it. Do you want to do me an investigation on that knife?
I do. 14.
That is enough that you can see it appears to be somewhat damaged. It's quite an ornate looking dagger. It's got like an embossed hilt with sort of like a demonic looking head at the base of the handle. And it has a smashed, what looks like a recess in the middle for a glass vial, but it's broken. You can, if you want to roll, you can sort of investigate the broken vial thing. If you do want to, I will ask for a sleight of hand followed by a medicine.
Oh, yeah, I can do all that. 27 on the sleight of hand. And this is where the plan falls apart. 13 on the medicine.
So you very definitely managed to not cut yourself on any of the shards that are still sticking out of the handle whilst handling it. Benni also managed to do that because I didn't think about this at the time.
I'm happy to be cut.
Yeah, roll for it for damage, but you won't need to roll the medicine for reasons that me and you will know.
A 15 anyway from a sleight of hand.
Well, I don't think you've not quite managed to cut yourself on it. With your medicine, you know from the smell that it's a kind of poison, but you're not sure what kind it is. If you want to do a disadvantage further investigation, you might be able to get a bit more information. No, you can't quite figure out why there would be a recess in it for a glass vial filled with poison. But yeah, you've got a knife, it's got a damaged handle. That's what you find.
Can I find anything to sort of wrap it up safely to take without?
I mean, you'll have like cloths and linens in your adventurer's packs and stuff. Yeah, you'll be able to bundle it up and stick it in your bag. Yeah.
Good idea. Take the sandwich knife with us, Beyond. I like it.
Apart from what I can clearly see is the mess that Benni has made, does it look a mess in here generally?
No, it seemed like it was a fairly well put together kitchen. I mean,
it was.
As far as kitchens go, like even your cleanest kitchen's not the best kitchen, but it's not like it's reasonably fine. You would be happy to eat there if you'd seen the inside of the kitchen.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Everything's reasonably sort of organized in there. Like it doesn't look like the scuffle took place in here, but for some reason there is a weird knife in the kitchen.
I think we've got enough snacks, Benni. Should we see if I don't think there's anything else in here? Should we go see if we can find the others?
Onward!
And we'll head
Cool.
back into
We'll
the main
cut to
cafe.
Imril investigating puddle of blood instead of puddle of mud.
Puddle of mud.
Blood, tracks, scratches, anything.
Yeah. Do you want to roll me nature or survival, whichever one you feel is more appropriate, or history for the tracks to see if you can identify what the tracks may be?
I'm gonna go with survival because in the forests I have been used to tracking predators and prey, so I kind of want to see from this, like, it's obviously demonic, but at what point, what was it the attacker, was it attacked, that kind of thing. That's my justification. 17.
I feel like you've probably got advantage on those sorts of checks for these sorts of things, right?
You'd think so.
Cool. Well, you did, and you got a 17, so that's awesome. No, 17 is a very decent roll. So you notice what you feel like you recognize as Cambion prints. And you are familiar with Cambions, having encountered them at least once before in real life memory, and probably several other times since. There are cloven sort of like clawy things that remind you of like hook horror type feet. So there's a couple of tracks that you do recognize. Now, how those things would come to be in a village like this with no evidence of anything and nobody having seen anything, it completely befuddles you.
Yeah.
And the tracks seem to stop before they get outside. Like they're only in and around this blood puddle area. They don't go towards a door or a window or an exit. So how did they get in? How did they get out without anybody seeing them? Would be the sort of questions that would be coming to mind from your studies.
I do have detect magic, so
Yes.
if I use detect magic, could I check for the evidence of a portal or any kind of transportation spells, anything to explain how these things appeared in the building?
Yeah, you could certainly detect for those things. So if you want to cast detect magic, then you will. I mean, there's not really any sort of thing given, like you're detecting existing magic, aren't you, with detect magic, anything that's currently ongoing.
I think
But
so.
I will say for flavor and the purposes of the investigation, because it's using a spell slot as well, there is sort of like a lingering feeling of some form of portal-y magic, or you can't tell if it's portal magic. It's definitely something illusionary. So you don't know whether it was like, you don't know whether somebody's portaled in, somebody's portaled out, or what. But there's also a lot of illusion sort of feeling things.
There's definitely
in and
something
around the
squirrely
area.
going on.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on. You're getting a distinct sort of influence of illusion, but also noticing, is it transmutation or something? I
Yeah.
can't remember which school of magic it is that does portals, but whichever one does portals is that school of magic as well.
Cool. I spend time looking at this. I look round the wider scene. Is there anything else that would have attracted my eye, or is this the main focus
No,
of
this
this
is
room?
the crux of the main thing in the main area is just the big pool of gunge. It's hard to sort of determine anything in and amongst this mess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had the right equipment and the right know-how, maybe some samples, you could determine whether this pool of gunge is all demon, whether it's some human. You don't know. There's just a big pool of gunge, so it's whether or not you want to take some samples, whether you want to just have a look.
Just having a look to see if I have anything like that. If not, I will have a look in the kitchen at some point to see if there's any bottles that I can put some of this blood in to take with me.
Things like glass vials and stuff would be part of like an adventurer's kit, wouldn't they? Or
I don't know specific. I don't have anything, Christ, that I can read.
well, let's say even if they're not, for argument's sake, your adventurer's kit basically has insert generic random item that might be useful but isn't magic or overpowered or special in any way.
It's potential future plot hook device, as long as it doesn't give me a
unfair advantage in a stressful situation. Like, yeah, you don't have a 7-day long picnic in your backpack because I've sent you somewhere without food and you've got to do survival checks. No, it's not a MacGuffin to get you out of danger. It doesn't really affect much in the grand scheme of things. Here's a glass vial to collect a sample of something.
Or a cloth to wrap a dagger in.
Or a cloth to wrap a dagger in, or something like that, Cool. I assume that's you then just taking a few samples, and then we'll cut to the office for the last 15 minutes. I imagine will get us to the end of this, and we'll wrap up for this week. So Lyrindal will walk in. Now, this is the messiest of all the places, despite the big pool of gunge. Every cabinet, every drawer, every surface has been turned over, tipped upside down, pulled inside out and upside down and backwards. somebody was clearly looking for something.
Is there anything on the desk that's legible or?
There's lots of things that are legible. What specifically would you be looking for? There's paperwork and files and folders and pamphlets and papers and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Just can I investigate to see if there's anything that could potentially be related to anything demonic?
Can I roll for anything? Is there anything helpful?
I tried to narrow it down.
Well, what do we know? What do you know so far?
Well, Ephemeral shared it. Potentially a portal. Potentially, it's pretty much clear that there's been a demonic presence here. And we know that it's been rifled through.
Tell you what, give me a general perception, and we'll narrow things down a little bit if it's decent. Even if it's not, to be fair. There you go. Cool.
Whoop,
So,
whoop.
you walk in, you take a look around, and something immediately catches your eye. There's a stack of plain paper in the corner, but it's the exact paper that you received a letter written on not a few days ago.
Okay.
So the note paper that you've all received clearly came from here. It's a specifically distinct type of paper. It's, I don't know, brown, whereas most paper isn't. It's somehow distinct in a way that you recognize it as the same paper that was used for the notes that you received. It doesn't sort of match the majority of the rest of the paperwork in the office. You can see on a lot of the paperwork on the floor, footprints in blood and stuff and such. Again, it's hard to determine whether that is because Ace is a moron and he's blundered through a goop pile and then walked through an office and traipsed shit everywhere, or whether it's because somebody that went through the goop pile previously was looking for something in here. But for some reason, your eyes are drawn in a specific direction across the desk. Maybe there was a picture or an image, or for some reason just a word that caught your eye. But there is a leaflet there, embossed just in the top right corner, so small that somebody that wasn't used to poring over minute writing on documents and papers and scrolls probably wouldn't have been able to see it without really looking. But your eyes are that attuned to it from sitting at your desk poring over documents all the time. Maybe you've got some sort of magnification spell on your lenses because you've got little wizard glasses that you can, and it magnifies anything small that stands out. But there's like a tiny little demon head symbol just on the top corner, almost so small nobody'd see it, unless they knew what they were looking for. That you'll notice, and you will obviously, presumably, want to reach for that, I would expect.
Yes.
Cool.
I would.
Yeah, so you pick that up, and it's not in any language you recognize, I wouldn't think. What languages do you read and speak?
Elvish, Gnomish, Common. Oh, sorry. Orc, Elvish, Dwarvish, Common.
No Infernal. Cool.
No, not Infernal yet.
Yeah, so it's in a language you don't recognize. It's just a load of scrawl to you. It clearly seems important. Weird that it's not important enough that whoever was looking for something took it. Maybe this wasn't what they were looking for, but it stands out to you specifically. And with a nat 20, you will also notice sort of buried under a bunch of upturned like cupboards and crap in the corner, an open safe just on the floor. obviously Ace and his investigation didn't come across the fact that there was an open safe on the floor because he's an idiot. But yeah, you've noticed it. So that's what you've seen so
Yes.
far.
That's fine. I think at this point I'm going to shout at the rest of them to help.
Cool. We've got 10 minutes for everybody else to reconvene in the office.
Like, guys, found stuff.
Quick, Lyle needs our help.
So yeah, we file in and wow, it's a mess in here.
This wasn't me.
What have you?
Wasn't me either this time.
What have you found so far?
I found this leaflet. I can't understand the word for it. I hope one of you do.
I do.
Me
You
too.
will.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you both will.
Okay. Is it worth anything?
Yeah, we can read it.
Yeah, do you want to fight over it? Or is one of you going to do it?
I'm just going to give it to Emerald. If I have the choice of the two,
Just take
I'm
it.
just going to give it to
Take
Emerald.
any sort of volition away from the. It's like, I'll give it to him.
I feel like I hold it for a split second and you pull it out my hand again and say no.
You go,
And
why?
go,
What is it?
Yeah.
Is that canonically what happens? Do you take it and have a cursory look before it's snatched away from you? Are
No, we'll let him. We'll read it.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems fair.
And as I'm handing it over, I go, and our invite, the paper that made our invites is from here.
Oh.
Taken from here. The stack over there in the corner.
Or from the same shop where this person bought this paper?
Potentially, but how coincidental is that?
It does seem slightly suspicious. So, did Benny take the leaflet first?
No, I'll let you
said
have it.
that you
I was going to
took it
say
straight away.
I wiped sandwich juices off it. But no, otherwise, yes, I would like to read the letter.
Cool. I haven't made a handout for this yet because I
That's fine.
didn't get round to determining what I was going to put in it yet. But I have, whilst we've been playing, figured out the content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you will read it. Now, does everybody want to know what it says now? Or do you want me to just message Kat privately post session and then pick up next session with what's there? Or would you like to hear what's on it now and then
Your
give you
call.
food for thought?
Depends if
Your-
you want to refine
your
it
call,
anymore. I
yeah,
mean, you
your
said you've
call.
written it in session.
No, I'm happy with what I've got because it's only gonna be vague because it
Okay.
gives you enough to think about but no real instruction.
In that case, cool with.
So
Yeah.
cliffhanger it is. So do you want me to just for 2 minutes type it out for you to read, or do you want me to just tell you what it says?
Tell me what it says.
Cool. Right. So you'll read it, and it'll be emblazoned at the top. We want you. And then there's the little demony symbol in the top right. And it'll just say, come one, come all, recruiting now. Join Zalana's army. Mistress of pleasure and pain. Come to the place no one remembers. See you soon. That's what it will say.
So it's Zalana.
Zalana, Zalarna. Zalana.
Zalana.
Zalana's, and what was her title?
A mistress of pleasure and pain.
Oh, that seems familiar.
What's Emerald been up to?
Well, no. I mean, you've sung about pleasure and pain, and you've sung about hell and all that kind of stuff. So.
Benny gets off on it. So it was
Yeah.
both pleasure and pain.
I mean, I think Kat knows. I put all my stat scores into dexterity, so Imral isn't actually dramatically intelligent. Or
If it's from the song that Scott had AI make for him that
I
was
helped.
explaining what happened to Benny.
hmm
I made the song. I just got AI to make the music and sing in.
Was that something that Benny shared in real life, or was that just you doing that as a recap for you?
No. When Benny woke up,
That was what he did.
yeah, he
So
would
is,
have.
is there anything contained within his in-game knowledge?
Yeah.
But is it in-game knowledge characters are aware of, or is it in-game knowledge that players are smart enough to figure out?
I think
Well, he's
Benny
already confused. We've lost him, so that's great.
Benny would have done that to let everybody know what happened. His best way of telling the story of what happened is
Yeah,
through
no,
song.
that's fine. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
anything that Cat might be intuiting or reading into
Oh,
is something that's in-game or external conversation.
And any songs I make up are played in game with Benny and Beyond playing them. Is the way I'll only do
Cool.
the song
That's fine.
in
No,
game.
that's fine. I'm just
No,
making sure I've got
Yeah.
the law right.
I actually don't think that Imral would put 2 and 2 together, because if Benny tells a story, he's going to embellish it. So I think automatically anything he sings about, she automatically disregards as being over the top nonsense, because that's what all his stories are about.
Yeah.
And she's
That's
not that
fine.
intuitive. Whether or not Lyrindel, who probably has higher intelligence than me, has figured it out, I don't know, but Imral wouldn't.
Okie dokie.
I feel-
That is perfect.
Feel Beyond would remember the songs. Beyond would, wouldn't he?
Song,
He'll
yes,
he'll
but
already
it's not
have the
putting two and
lyrics
two
tattooed
together.
on his cock.
Is that big?
It was a long song.
Oh,
Well, he's part goat or animal. I mean, horses have got big ones.
Yeah, but if I find that out, like he's got all that song tattooed on there, then it's gonna make me quite envious, and I might not want to be his friend anymore.
Someone needs to lose it first.
I am the big dick in this band.
I
That's
mean,
true. You are a bit of a big dick.
Thank you.
Cool. Right. Well, I think then with the flyer and the first named demon lord of the campaign, potentially.
not Steve then.
Not Steve.
Not
no.
Steve.
Not
Same.
the first named one.
Not for
Not
the first one. That's like Steve's like third. Or
Steve's
third
Steve's the big boss at the very end of the game. Yeah.
Also, you mentioned there's an open safe. Is there anything about that you want to finish off before we finish the office?
If you want to investigate it,
Yeah.
you can investigate it before we wrap up.
Let's do that, and then we can draw a line under what we found here. If that
Cool.
makes sense.
You can all have a look in because you're there. Everybody just roll an investigation. Whoever rolls highest will see stuff.
Oh,
I'll make
Lyrindel.
oh,
Snap.
If everybody rolls a 21, I'm gonna.
It's not possible for me to beat that.
I can only match that with a nat 20. So
Can you tie it though?
Yeah, we can tie it with 2 nat 20s.
Ah,
I got a 10. Benny's enjoying his sandwich far too much.
it would have been hilarious if you both got nat 20s and we
Yeah.
got 21 across the board.
Amazing.
It would have been.
That would have been great. Cool. So Lyrindel and Imril will look simultaneously almost.
Mhm.
It's empty apart from a black cloth that was in there. Was obviously holding something. There's trace amounts of stuff on there, impossible for you to know what it is without further study. But yeah, there's sort of a black, sort of like velvet, almost like a cushion, but like thick, deep plush. It was obviously housing something,
Mhm.
and there's like an impression, but not anything determinable because it's a velvet cloth. But yeah, you know there was definitely something taken from there.
Awesome.
So when them two looked in the safe together at the same time, Benny and Bjorn do, but we bang heads, so hence why we don't see anything that's in
Yeah,
the
you
safe.
two go first. Headbutt. You get a semi because obviously Beyond's horns, that's gonna hurt.
The horn gives me half a horn.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
You get the horn from Beyond, yeah. And then the other two have a look and you see that. And then I think we'll wrap there just for now. If you want to stay just for ease of starting up next time rather than starting in the middle of a shop, you reconvene back at the inn, I assume, for the evening because it's getting late on now to discuss your findings and presumably set out again for further investigation come the morrow.
Perfect.
We'll wrap there then.
Yeah, that's grand. Absolutely perfect. That.
Slowly walk towards the tavern.